Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Griffin.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Another carry now for Gore. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. Those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Griffin
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now Griffin. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Felix Singleton making the play defensively.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run it with Gore. Frank Gore's converted these his entire career, but not there. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action. It's Goff.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He's got his man Sharp complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And while we have a moment, we remind you that registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should, visit MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. It's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner. I'm going to start to work on my game and register for a chance to win that kind of money.
Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slow at the end. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now it's Griffin. They go with the screen to Gore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Once again, Griffin.
That's complete to the corner.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
Here's Cooks on the return.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown.
Sam Laporta, 60 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive.
Here's a diving catch right side. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was the tight end. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And some room to run now. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure it out.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. To throw is gone. This is caught.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now Goff on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3? I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Here's Cooks on the return.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal?
There he goes, right side. Inside the 10, and all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Sam Laporta, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Randy Moss, 44 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Cooks on the return.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Griffin. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
He's got room to roam.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Randy Moss with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense back out there.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Griffin.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Griffin. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bet.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One last shot for RG3. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
Bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft. Fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run the draw with Mostert.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mayfield now from the 50.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Goff now looking to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Chris Godwin
From 13 yards out.
and the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Mostert now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. To throw, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Taken from just outside the 30.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Inside handoff, Henry. Fighting his way through contact. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
2 yards to go, second down.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Randy Moss, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Mostert now to return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 50, it's Goff. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins. 50 yards.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it is 28-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Mostert now to return.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On second down, Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken around the 12.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. He's got his man sharp, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Derrick Henry, 48 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 42-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And taken right at the 35. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Goff. And that will be incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield on 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Goff going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense...
Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucks are underway.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their enigmatic quarterback, the Heisman winner from Baylor. It's Robert Griffin III.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
They go play action. Griffin. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On the option, here's Griffin.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way to take it when they can all the way to the end zone.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Griffin. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air. And that's not ideal for anyone on defense because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Griffin will throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Delmone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Bucks now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Loose inside the 30.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Again to Henry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow is the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
3rd and 12.
Now Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he fields it cleanly. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looks to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Goff's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
To throw is RG3.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Now Griffin on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. There's Griffin to throw.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Griffin tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. That's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now following that long touchdown a moment ago, you might say to yourself, well, that should be enough on its own to boost his ratings. I wish I had somewhere to call and tell that to. Well, fear not. Now you do. The Madden Ratings Hotline is now available. You can make your case. Who needs to go up? Who needs to go down? You can call 1-844-MADDEN-1. That also works out to 1-844-623-3361. As they say, the lines are open. Operators are standing by. Let the devs know what you think right now. 1-844-MADDEN-1. Check it out.
And make your case. Tell them why your players should be moved up in the ratings. Tell them why one of the guys that you don't like should be moved down. The players do it. They make their case. Now you get to make their case for them.
A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brent. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Ready. Go.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now an option play on second down. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Griffin on first down. They set up the screen to Bo. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Here's Griffin. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Griffin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. To run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Off the play fake, here's Griffin. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Griffin going to keep it himself.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Griffin. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Goff. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Griffin.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And running with power here. And they are going to score again. as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Come on, come on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No, no.
Griffin. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Griffin.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the print.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it at the 37. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by their quarterback, the former Baylor Bear. It's RG3.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. From the shotgun, Griffin. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Griffin. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Throwing again, Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It gets it right back to Mayer.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. To throw is RG3.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They run again with Jackson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Flush. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with a big back, Jackson.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Griffin. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
And we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moss. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now Goff on 1st down. And Gronkowski's got it complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Open man, that's Gronkowski down the field. And it's going to be another 1st down as they get into the ground at the Lions 36. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Touchdown, Seattle. Rob Gronkowski from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Griffins, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now Griffin. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
Ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Fighting through at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third. Goff. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
To the air again. Goff. That's going to be caught by Moss. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Shakes off the nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. To throw is Goff. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky
shaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Goff. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Griffin's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Griffin.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the 1st half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark, because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So it's a turnover there on a lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Pushing his way through. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Hopkins, 78 yards.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Check right.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Goff going to keep it himself.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the first down, and that should be enough to solve this one away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And meanwhile, Goff's throw on target to Godwin here.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Chris Godwin,
35 yards.
And the Seahawks tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Come on, come on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Griffin.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Griffin.
That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime.